Tech is
Here. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to The Village Hidden in the Shed, the official anime podcast of the Shed Network and Alien Entourage. You're here with your boy, Sid Floyd.
Cherokee in the cheap Cherokee.
And you already know it wouldn't be The Village Hidden in the Shed if it weren't for my cousin, the Blue Beast of the East. Nice. And unfortunately, we don't have our third and fourth leg with us tonight, Mr. Pickle, Pat the Thinker, and Shed Tech Ape. But give him a little bit of a round of applause going into the New Year's, man. And everyone, Happy New Year's, everyone.
Happy New Year.
This is our first episode of 2024.
It is. I'm feeling good.
Feeling great.
That's right. New feng shui for the new year.
Yeah. It feels good, dude. All of us. It's like I think it's the lighting. I think it's something about the new lights of the new year that just I'm feeling
Crazy.
so vibrant and energetic.
It's like a newborn, a baby. What is that newborn thing for the new year? What's that about? Because it's just a baby. Because like the baby represents the new year.
Oh yeah, probably it's the birth of a new year.
Maybe
Birth of a new baby. Right on.
All right.
Speaking of
Birthing of a new baby.
yeah, fucking, it's the beginning of the Egghead arc in the
That's
One
right.
Piece anime.
And we learn all about Bonney.
Yeah. So it's officially caught up with the manga as far as the arc goes. And obviously, we're deep in Egghead with the manga, but
I feel like though, I mean, it did start a while ago, but I feel like the anime being so close, I feel like it's gonna catch up somehow. I don't even know how they do that. Maybe from breaks.
I don't know, but they're getting there.
Because like, what do you think?
They could probably fit
Okay.
more than one chapter into an episode.
Okay, so do you think though that it takes away? Do you think that it takes away
Yep.
from so if like manga and anime are dropping simultaneously? Like, do you think
the way you
that
say
takes
that.
away? I tried really hard to say that. Dude.
Simule. Simule L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson
Simultaneously.
simultaneously Jackson, dude. Dude, that's a good like troll page or something.
Samuel L. Jackson and Taneous Lee.
Who's Taneous Lee? The guy Taneous Lee. they're like Batman and Robin.
All right. Do you think it takes away from it?
Yeah, because I know a lot of people that just won't read, and now like there's some people that are so invested in the anime, they're like, why now should I start reading it? And then
If you're already caught up, like you're in the same arc as the manga.
yeah, the one guy I work with said he's been watching it since the beginning, and he's been following it. So he's like, now if I read ahead, I will stop watching it probably. And I'm like, yeah, actually, I mean, it makes sense, but like, do you think that it takes away though from like?
I don't know. It kind of depends. I don't think so for me. I think it's cool as shit. I enjoy the fact that it's like that. You know?
Do you think that the people that read the manga should have like that thing though about it where you're like, hey, I read the manga, like it's cool you're watching the anime, but I already knew about Gear 5. I already knew about like.
Do you think they should have
like
that?
they think they should have that like upper hand?
Well, maybe a little bit because I don't,
because anybody
obviously,
can read.
but obviously you have the upper hand as far as anything. I mean, if you're talking about what, like knowledge,
But I'm saying if
it's
once,
just like they should be able to be like, yo, you don't even know shit,
Right. But
I mean,
once-
maybe, but that's still kind of whack because some people don't let them read it.
but once they drop at the same time, then you don't have that anymore. The manga and the anime guys.
Yeah, but I don't think
know.
it's gonna be like caught up.
Right.
I think it's gonna, because by the time that we're in Elbaf, it's in the manga. It's still gonna be Egghead in the anime.
Right, but I'm saying if there were to catch up, to say it could,
Then it takes away from the manga.
does it take
'Cause
away
why
from manga
could-
readers though?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably half of them, and I'm probably one of them.
You would just stop reading.
If it's the same day,
But that's what I'm saying though. Now all those manga readers lose
Yeah.
that like wait till you see what
I see what
happens.
you're saying
Like,
now. Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, you don't have that no more.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it'll take that the manga and anime for One Piece, those it won't be split anymore. Not that it's split, but like when we went to anime, I don't know if we talked about that in one of our episodes. When we went to anime and the guy was cosplay as Gear 5.
oh, that's how we got
And
spoiled.
it just dropped in the manga.
Yeah.
Like, he said it dropped in the manga like 2 months before he did
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So, but then we were like, oh, is that? You're
I
like,
didn't-
you're
I
like, is
wasn't
that
reading
Gear
the manga,
5
yeah.
because you were just hearing about it? And he's like, oh yeah, it's old news. And we're like,
oh, damn it!
now we know what he looks like.
Yeah.
But it was he already in the manga. We already knew. I guess they did have. I don't know if they had the wanted posters out. Spoiler: wanted posters out at Comic-Con.
Oh, definitely.
They did,
Yeah,
right?
all over the place.
Yeah, all right. But
So, but speaking of the difference though between manga and anime, big part now that we're in Egghead, Bonney is officially with the Straw Hats,
yes,
like as of the anime, right? And in the manga, it's came to its climax where she is about to die by the hand of Saturn, and Kuma pops up and saves the day, saves his daughter, and then all those people who don't know, that don't read the manga, they think Kuma's long gone.
Yep. And one of the cool little, like, I think one of the panels when Dragon,
Or no, do they or was it that he
Saturn was like, how the hell could Kuma be here?
Yeah, but in the animated, they have Kuma on Kamabaka Kingdom, like the island with Ivanka and everything like that. Because remember, that's like why they raided the Reverie, or not the Marie Joie, because remember he was a slave.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they like freed him. It was like Sabo and Karasu and Koala and shit like that. And then they brought him back, and Dragon was like, what happened to you, my friend?
Yeah.
Did that get animated yet?
I don't remember.
Or is that not? Yeah.
I don't, probably not, dude. That happens to me all the time where I'll talk to
yeah, well, even if that was animated, then you would think that he was still like mindless.
Yeah.
Like they took his whole conscience.
But also, too, Dragon was like, yo, if you were going to go anywhere, if you were Kuma, where would you go? And Ivanka was like, yo, I would fucking charge Marie Joie in a second.
Yeah.
And Dragon's like, nah. And then fucking Kuma is bust
goes
through at
nuts.
Marie Joie.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, Ivanka's like knows him good, but I thought that was cool too.
Definitely. But I think that the question is how does Kuma get to be where he is now? Like be what seems to be like of full body and mind. Like he disobeys the government, rebels against like whatever his programming is.
The program he has wasn't working. They kept saying, whatever that switch he has. They kept saying to Saturn, it's not working, it's not working.
So the question being, how the hell did he get like that? Like what to what cause?
Yeah. I'm guessing that
let me hear it.
earlier,
Let's hear
I don't know if it was 1102, the one before it,
Yep.
where he talks to Saturn and he's like, yo, I have this ability that I can switch between dual personalities. Let me try this on Kuma. And Saturn was like, nah, don't give him any free will at all. And I'm thinking Vegapunk, because
he
he's
was
crying.
like, what are you talking about? He's like, that's like killing him.
Yeah. And he's crying when Kuma's dying. So I'm thinking he must have just threw it in there and has this switch. And maybe somehow it switched on, or Vegapunk maybe did it. When Bonney cries to him, or I guess it happens a little before that.
Yeah.
When he goes crazy. But maybe
that did
there's
happen
a switch.
before that. Like that was before she got captured by Saturn. And
so I'm thinking maybe there's like a switch. There was that switch. Maybe he put it in there because he knows to go. And now we seen that last scene where he's fighting Saturn to save Bonney. But how? With no free will, nothing. He doesn't know who Bonney is.
And your theory is a switch.
That's what I would think. Because he talked about
and
it.
he would have had to put that like pause back door like in there to be like like down the road. And I think have this go off type shit.
I think because it makes sense because he's like it seems like he's connected to Kuma and Bonney. Yeah. And also
definitely. You see at the beginning of 1103 that they make up finally.
Yeah.
And she turns into the kid when she goes to hug him.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That was like
yeah, absolutely.
like a great moment. She's apologized to him because she was trying to kill him.
Yeah, she said,
and he apologized to her. Gives her the sapphire necklace and whatnot.
Yeah,
like,
with the sun, it looks like like the sun. That was fucking cool. Also, I want to note who's being a big old or a little B.
Lil B.
Kizaru, bro.
Oh, dude,
just
still
sitting around, dude. He could have been helped,
dude. Nah, he got fucking dropped by Luffy.
He did, but he could have been turned and helped Kuma and all them.
Oh, definitely.
He was with them in the beginning, like
but he was like the same way that Garp could have saved Ace.
Yeah, I guess. That's
like
true.
Kizaru could have saved Kuma, but he was like, no, justice. You know what I'm saying?
And now he's sitting around like,
dude,
Bonney.
Yo, he was. You saw in the last chapter in 1103, and we're derailing a little bit, but when he gets rocked.
Yeah.
By
his face
and he's like all this shit is happening. Like Kuma's rushing in at the end, and like flashes to him, and he's just like sitting out because he just got rocked with that Gear 5 shit that like turned his head, like went through his head.
That
like
was wild.
Yo, and that's wild because he's been damn near untouchable. The only people who have fucked with him has been Rayleigh, and it was only like they combated. Like he didn't fuck up.
And and then we found out that's because his observation hockey was so good. That's how he was able to see the kick before it went to block it. Which I mean, it's obvious.
His hockey is so good that he's able to make contact with Kizaru.
Yeah,
Slowly
exactly.
and shit. But so my theory as to how Kuma came back to being him, I think Ivanka had something to do with it. Because she could already alter like your DNA.
And she knew where he was going. Maybe she knew because she talked to him.
Yeah. Or he knew, like, if you figure, all right, if you figure Ivanka did something, maybe it was something that Vegapunk put in, like, and she went in and he went in and changed whatever. Yeah, they went in and changed it.
Yeah,
and then he just popped up and obviously he came through using the pawpaw fruit. He teleported, you know, and we all know that it's not instant; it takes time. So he probably came back and then was like, boom, I'm going straight to Egghead. And you see he comes flying in, obviously perfect time, climactic moment. Shout out to Oda, great fucking writing. He comes in and gets right through the back with the claw. And rips it out.
And then
it kind of like has one hand, he's about to go hit him with this, and he's got his horn in the other hand.
Yeah, dude.
Or whatever, not his horn, like it's his leg.
Talon.
The talon.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
The pincher.
Yeah. Dude. Because I really liked though that last panel because it showed the hand coming, like Kuma was about to, like, he's like, so.
But that was how you knew that
it wasn't like one of those like he caught it and was like staring and like, oh, what's gonna happen? He's like, no, I'm.
Well, that was the thing about the free will, is because more so than him just being like maybe instinctively just saving Bonney, like he saved her, got injured, pulled it out, and then turned to fight Saturn. After getting shot by Marine, the whole nine, like everyone unload. They're like, yo, shoot, there's no more bullets. And he's just fucking he's just eating that shit.
Is his body pacifista strong?
He is pacifista.
But he's not like metal.
But he's
like
also a buccaneer. No, he is. He's like a cyborg. He's he's like
so
Frankie.
He could take those shots.
It would be like if Frankie was a warlord with a fucking devil fruit that was equivalent to Kaido's.
Yeah. I know. Well, he's beast. Also, I thought was super interesting. Saturn says something where he says that, Kuma also believes in that Buccaneer story.
About
what does
Nika.
that mean?
Nika.
Oh, that's what he was talking about?
Yeah,
the Nika
because
thing?
that they were the only culture that they were the last culture to still believe in him.
And the Buccaneers, though, I mean, you think like those people were taken out by like Saturn? Is that said? Like
no,
like his people?
I think it was the world government. It was Emu.
Just the world government.
I think it was Emu and everyone. So then when you see, he was like one of the last with Buccaneer blood.
But it's weird he talks like that because he also knows that Luffy is Nika. At the same time where he's like, oh, you really believe in that story type shit?
No, he knows now.
And then
they didn't know that though until
until
the end of Wano.
And then he says that he says it's crazy that Bonney hasn't noticed that Luffy is Nika yet because she never saw his Gear 5 form. He says that like in one of the panels, or else because she stops believing in it or something like that.
But she didn't see it at Egghead when he fought Rob Lucci?
I don't think so.
Because she ran off to get Vegapunk?
That's what I'm guessing because he says that. He's like, she doesn't even, she's starting not to believe in him anymore. And she's getting weak. Because
she had, you see, and I think it was like, it was in between 1100 and 1102 when you see her in the flashback where she uses distorted future and she has
in the last one too.
Yes, well that's what I was saying. That comes back,
right.
Which that's an interesting take too. Is she's able to use her fruit, which technically isn't a fruit. It's a paste serum, whatever they put together for her, like
as a baby.
Yeah, and it's like a whatever it is, a culmination of fruits, whatever they gave her. She has some different type of properties, and you see, which was kind of hard to notice in the manga, but in the anime when it caught up. With the recent episode that dropped, you see she's in the ocean, but the water is not affecting her. She's like in almost like a force field, and maybe they created a devil fruit that's not that's immune to seawater or sea prism stone.
Yeah,
maybe that's part of it. But for whatever reason, she's able to land a hit on Saturn. Right, she goes hits him with looking like Gear 5. Bops him, but then all of a sudden she can't use her fruit when he grabs her.
Right, and I think a lot.
Why?
All right. So it could be one thing with maybe his hockey, like because I think they keep showing that he has Conqueror's hockey.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's what it is.
But another thing is what I think he was mentioning is when she did that, the Nika style, whatever, she truly believed that he was there.
Yeah.
Then she goes, "Oh, my spirit's being broken," and she starts believing maybe he's not real.
Yeah.
And now she can no longer do that move because she doesn't believe Nika's
Yeah, but it
real.
wasn't the move. She couldn't even change her age.
But I think it's because she's believing that it's none of it. Like, there's nothing to live for anymore. It's none of it matters. Her future is so narrow because that's what he said. When your future gets narrow,
Because she says,
can't
she's
do-
like, I might as
you know?
well be dead.
Yeah. So
Until
her
Kuma
future
pops
is
in.
death.
Yeah.
So now she can't use powers because the only future she can see is death.
Valid.
I think.
No, that's valid. That's
Yeah.
valid because if her disordered future, it's whatever her what she believes to be.
Yeah, exactly.
That's gonna be. She manifests. It's
Right.
almost like that's a crazy broken power.
Yeah.
That's OP if she could use it.
Maybe
right.
that's why the water, she doesn't believe that she's gonna drown. She doesn't.
just doesn't.
Yeah. That's like. I mean,
That's-
or her
that's pretty
future.
nuts.
She sees her future.
So she can't drown.
Yeah, she
So
can't
the water
drown.
just can't affect her.
Yeah.
It can't even reach her.
yeah.
That's kind of nuts, man.
a
Honestly,
cool power
good
'cause we
take.
don't know.
Good take.
Thank you.
That's solid. That's solid take. Solid take. But okay, so then in this, so if she didn't see Luffy Gear 5 fighting Kizaru when all this was happening, she didn't because she popped up when Saturn popped up, I think, right? So if she didn't see this, then you see in the end of 1103, Saturn goes, "Yo, who gave him food?
Yeah.
Who did give him food?"
I don't
They
know.
don't show it.
Right? They don't, right?
That's what
I didn't
I'm
even
saying.
think about that.
Who
I was like, oh,
gave
good, he's
Luffy
about
food?
to pop up.
Who gave Luffy food?
Because Sanji can't move because he
Sanji got
says,
effed up.
you know what's weird? He's the only other Straw Hat in the panels they're showing where he's like, I can't move. But he was there. Remember we jumped up and got kicked, or he got hit down by Saturn? But they show him again going, I can't move. And that's like right around when I think Luffy starts getting food. So it definitely wasn't Sanji.
I don't know if
But
Yo,
not that
maybe
matters,
Sanji
but-
can't know it. Maybe it does, dude, because it's a different topic, slight segue, but maybe part of Saturn's power is like he affects you in some way. Because like if you think about it, like both Sanji and Bonney both have had their genes like fucked with. But like
By his
by
dad.
government
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
scientists, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And by all means, if Vegapunk was working with the same technology that the dude from Germa 66 was working with,
I'm sure he
then-
would be.
You know what I mean?
Makes
Because they
sense.
were part of the same team.
Maybe-
with Caesar and
Yeah.
Queen. you
Maybe
know?
he has a negate power. Like he can negate devil fruits.
But Sanji doesn't have a devil fruit. So maybe maybe he's able to, I don't know, target something. Maybe who knows? I don't know.
Unless
really
it's a
tough.
different kind of hockey. Like actually, like when they showed
a Conqueror's
in
hockey?
the animation with Emu, we're
Yes.
like, what the hell power is that? It was that butterfly weird, cool like effect.
I don't even know what that is.
That was
I don't
some
know.
different.
Some
type.
people were saying that was. People were trying to say that it might not have been Emu. That it was that was like a misdirection. But I don't know.
Okay.
I seen that online today, and I was like,
Okay.
I don't know, because the thing with Emu is, and this is something that Tech had brought up when we were talking about it, was when you see the scene that they're about to end up animating in the next couple episodes, where Sabo tries to save King Cobra. When that whole shit happens, you see all the shadows come out in all the different directions. So like that was
Yeah.
kind of believed to be a power of Emu's, but maybe Emu has all these different powers. Like who
Yeah.
the fuck knows? Because you saw what she did, or he did to Lulucia, and it's just a hole in the.
Yeah, we saw in the manga, it was just like it just becomes a hole.
Yeah.
and then in the anime, they
Well, you see it
showed
like
some
blow up. You don't
wild
see like
shit.
what it really is, and you see like
The
all
laser-
lasers.
yeah.
It's like a Buster Call on
Yes,
10. Like
that
shit
was crazy. That was crazy.
But
Also, though, I was thinking if it's like his type, that power strength seems like almost beyond devil fruit shit. Doesn't even. I mean, unless I don't know. Maybe
who knows?
that's true. Who knows?
Maybe there's only a few devil fruits or a devil fruit that could go against it.
Or the devil fruit. He has the devil fruit because devil fruits pop up from fear.
no
No, that's not
desire.
desire.
You say that every time.
Oh, desire. So, but they pop up. So maybe he had the first one. Now I think we might have talked about this.
With
once.
Gambit.
He had the first one,
With
and
Gambit.
they're like, yo, we got to get all the other ones. They keep popping up, but I mean, still, that brings us way too far. That brings us back to the big episode 1.
Yeah, that's some shit. No, it's past episode 1.
But like,
It's a prequel. So who gave Luffy food?
we don't know, right?
You think it was a homeboy,
Who is
the
there?
swamp dude?
He just
Motherfucking caribou.
was he there?
I don't know. But
he's
you never
always
really know
there.
where he's there, but he pops up, you know? And he did it at Wano.
He was
popped up
always-
with mad food. So who gave Luffy food, bro? Because he says that. He goes, who gave him food? And he's just like, bah, 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 bah. He's eating like crazy. So you know he's about to pop up.
Yeah.
It's about to be a problem.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the food because I was just like, oh, Luffy's about to pop up.
He had mad food.
Yeah.
And that wasn't there. They weren't in a fucking
he was like,
cafeteria.
I need food.
Yeah, and there was just, because he was like all drained
Yeah,
out from
yeah.
Gear 5.
Yeah.
The same way Bonney did her distorted future and then
Yes.
was like, I'm weak. Like,
Yes,
yeah,
that
same
was crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
Dude, she did the same thing as Luffy. Maybe that's why.
That's
Did you
that's
know?
why she's weak. Oh, because she used, it was like she used a Gear 3 almost thing, right? Like her arm.
Even if through what they were saying or what she heard or saw at Egghead, if it was like the way Luffy fought, turned Gear 5, beat Kizaru, and then was out cold.
Yeah.
And she jumps up against Saturn, turns Gear 5,
Yeah.
and then she's like, oh, I'm weak.
It
I
was
can't
more of a
change my
gear,
age
like
thing.
a Gear 3 move though, kind of, right?
No, her whole, like, she turned into like a rubber tune. Like her
whole
arms were,
yeah, I guess
both
so.
her arms were like crazy long.
Yeah.
And
And one guy was huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe though, maybe it was something like.
But either way, he does that whatever, like on
She,
every
she
gear
almost
above.
copies his shit.
Yeah.
No,
it's true. She definitely did. She did copy it and then had a cooldown period like he does. But I don't know, dude. A lot of cool shit. Yeah. So if we're gonna bring it back to the last episode, one of the questions that we had about Kuma, about the will. Did he have free will at Sabaody?
Yes.
And Vegapunk said yes,
Yeah.
because he made sure of it.
And then you see, that's why he sent them all to their right.
Yeah. And the Thriller bark, it kind of showed that was kind of like the test where if Kuma was like, is it worth it for me to risk my life for these guys? And then when he was like, Zoro remember they did all that flashback at Thriller bark?
Yeah, but wasn't it? Oh yeah.
showed
But he
Zoro.
didn't know that. But I don't think he knew at the time that Luffy had the gum fruit until Thriller bark.
Right. And then he goes,
then
you
he
guys-
was like, "Yo,
okay.
is this?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I
then-
think but that's true. And then, but I feel like it was.
And then
a
that's
test.
why at Sabaody he showed up
Yeah.
and tanked the other pacifistas and then fucking.
But
sent
Thriller
them off.
bark too. I think at the end he goes, "You have good friends."
Yes.
Right. So that's like, and he was like, I think that's when he made up his mind. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna call him up later and ask.
Well, it would be befitting because that would be the thing that brought Kuma back, was that he was with his good friends when he got reunited with the Revolutionary Army, and he was with all his friends again, minus obviously Ginny, but
Yeah.
you know that would kind of
Yeah.
make sense. And then he's like gets around his good friends, the people that actually care about Kuma as a person and not like fear him as the tyrant or the warlord or whatever, you know.
Yeah. We also find out that Saturn gave Jenny the sapphire thing. We didn't know that, right?
Yeah, well,
mean,
gave
did
it
I
to
say
his
Saturn?
mother,
Yes.
and then it carried on to her.
Yeah. So he's been fucking
He's
up.
been doing a lot of shit. But these are all theories that we said. These are all speculations that we had, hypotheses that we had bequeathed upon you guys, and they have become true.
It's true. Because Vegapunk though, I think Vegapunk was like, yo, you've been fucking up his family since fucking
From the
day
get.
one, dude.
Yeah, from the get,
Sucks.
from the jump.
And Kuma's too gullible, not gullible, but too nice to realize.
Yeah, well, he was
that-
like, I'll just do whatever for Bonnie. As long as Bonnie's good, I'll do it. Like, it doesn't even
He coulda
matter.
fucking-
He was like happy to do it.
He
Remember,
coulda-
Vegapunk was
yeah.
like, I don't want to do it. And he was like, what? Like,
yeah, let's do it.
He's like, will you? Yeah.
He could have though fucked shit up, and then be like, yo, thanks for curing Bonnie. Brah, just
Yeah.
fuck shit up. See ya. What are you, dumb or pirate?
No, but they lied to him about how long it would take and shit, right? Something like that.
Well, with Bonnie,
Yeah.
no, yeah, she was cured, and they lied and said that she wasn't to keep her in, and and then she ran out and was like, oh shit, I'm cured,
Oh shit, I'm cured.
and then she ran off. Yo, you know what I was thinking though?
Talk to
You
me.
know how the Bonnie pirates, right? They go, oh, these are the Bonnie pirates. All they do is fuck with old people and children. And then I was thinking, yo, what if the whole pirate crew is all fucking kids, and
She
Bonnie
keeps
made them
age
all?
adjusting them
Yeah, that's
be
why they only
crazy.
beat up old people and kids.
because they turn into old people and beat up old people and turn into kids to fight kids.
Yeah, but they're already
Yo.
just kids. Like his Bonnie's only 10.
Oh, you're
They're
right.
all a
They're
bunch
all
of
just
kids, and then
that
she
look
makes them
old.
pirates older, and then they all fuck
bro,
people
good
up,
fucking you might be right.
right?
That's why, because otherwise, why would a grown man go around fucking up kids? But if you're a 10-year-old who looks like,
Girl, you-
like you're
yeah.
like Momonosuke, you look like Odin.
Right.
Like if a 10-year-old fuck with him, he's 8.
Yeah.
you punch him in the face and be like, what?
Yeah.
but he's a fucking grown ass man. He's a
Grown-
28-year-old dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like now it's the opposite. So it's like they're all 10-year-olds, so they're all fighting 10-year-olds looking like adults, but to them they're like, no, I'm only 10.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking up.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So,
Valid.
but yeah.
Valid. You got anything else on this? Oh, actually, I did want to talk about the intro for the new One Piece. I think it was
That's
sick.
a brand new intro.
Brand new intro.
Okay, yeah.
Egghead official.
That was cool.
I think that what they showed was like kind of some foreshadowing for what we're gonna see in the manga too, because they were showing some stuff that you don't really, that hadn't necessarily been exposed in the manga. Totally. Like they showed. Well, actually, I don't know, because it was like Sentomaru and shit with like Kizaru right afterwards. They showed like all the fights that are about to happen. Oh, because also no one knows that kid's about to get fucking rocked by Shanks unless you're reading too. Because they show that like little sneak peek in the intro. They show Law versus Blackbeard. They show Garp versus Aokiji. Luffy versus Lucci. Lafucci. And I think that was it. I don't know. That shit was dope though. And the new animation is crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. But that's all I really wanted to say. I thought it was cool. That's all I got.
Well, there's a lot. They're leaving us on a lot of cliffhangers.
So theories as to how this fight between Kuma and Saturn goes. Before we close out.
All right. Yeah. I'm super excited to see that. Because
Actually?
I want to see Saturn fucking.
You actually are, dude?
When I seen that, I was like, oh, because I can't see it. I can't see that. I can't see Saturn getting like straight up rocked. It doesn't make sense. He's too strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But also Kuma is now, if he's of sound body and mind, he's a pacifista and has the pawpaw fruit and he's a buccaneer.
Yeah.
And he's about to. Luffy just got mad grub. Luffy's about to be back and popping.
Yeah.
It's about to be Bonney, Kuma, and Luffy versus Saturn, which is kind of crazy if you like the way that all lines up. Kuma's whole life was wanting to be like Nika. Bonney got that carried on.
Yeah.
They're the last bloodline to ever. Well, Bonnie's not technically. Is she Kuma's kid? No,
I don't know if that was answered.
It was not answered yet.
But it can't be because of the time skip. It would
have to probably be a
timeline.
Celestial Dragon unless something happened in the interim. But I think I
he
think it
snuck
was
over and saw her.
No, I think it was confirmed that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because he found her. But either way, you know what I mean? We might also find out that Saturn's her father at the end of this.
And then
like that'd be a crazy turn of
that
events
makes
in the
the
fight.
most sense because he's doing experiments on them. And it'd be his own kid, or else how else would he get? He could get permission.
Yeah,
but
because he doesn't need it.
He doesn't need permission though. Now they're his own kids.
Well, he wouldn't need it if he was a Celestial Dragon.
That's true too.
Or not a Five Elder.
So I don't know. We'll see, dude.
Yeah. So that's just like a crazy, like, confluence of fate, as Oda would write it. You know what I mean? The foreshadowing of bringing all three of them together to fight him.
It is fate too, yeah. Because Vegapunk also says that when he saw Bonney come with Luffy. That's fate.
And then Zoro takes on Kizaru.
Oh yeah. You know that? Wait, that does happen?
No.
Oh my god,
shit,
dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe
Kizaru,
yeah.
like
or
Rayleigh
Sanji, because they're kickers.
Oh yeah.
But
because they're kickers, and they just tapping feet.
Yeah,
they're just tap dancing.
He did fight that one kicker like early on.
Yeah. He's always doing that. You gotta line him up.
Line him up, dude.
All right. That's all I got. You want to do some plugs?
Yeah, you can find me at Mike Nice CT on all the platforms. Make sure you're following them all. Make sure you're following for music and all new podcasts from the Shed Network, Village in the Shed, and everything. The Shed Network, Alien Entourage. That's it.
Bada boom, bada bang, boom, bam. Follow me, Sid_Floyd on Instagram, Sid Floyd on everything else. Go check out the music. Absolutely, Alien Entourage. Shout out to them, everyone. Jeffrey Doomer. Jay Doomer on Instagram. Shout out to our other boys, Pickle Pat the Thinker and Shed Tech 8. We got some awesome new episodes coming your way for 2024. A bunch of new shit for Village in the Shed. We're going to be out and about. We got a bunch of big things en route, so you guys are going to see that firsthand. Happy New Year. And we got a big year for anime this year. So it's going to be good. So that's all I got.
That's it. Date bio.
Yep.